Swaziland became independent on September the 6th. It was the 31st country set on the road to independence by Britain since 1945. And it's become the 28th member of the Commonwealth. Britain is still responsible for more than 20 dependent territories with a combined total of over 9 million people. Some have so far expressed a wish for independent status, but others want to continue in close association with Britain. The British process of transferring power continues. In general, each dependency moves forward in step with the expressed wishes of the peoples concerned. In the next few weeks, the Commonwealth and Foreign Offices will merge under a single Secretary of State. But what is to be the future of Britain's remaining dependencies around the world? Earlier this week, I put this question to the Secretary of State for Commonwealth Affairs, Mr. George Thompson.
Well, with those that are left, the main problem is that they're mainly pretty small, and therefore they have too few people or too few economic resources really to sustain a meaningful independence. That's what gives the remaining problems of decolonization for Britain some such especially difficult aspects.
What about these very small territories? Is there any alternative solution to independence?
Yes, I think there is. What we're ready to do is to work out with the people in these territories various forms of association with Britain. I think these forms of association have really got to be tailor-made to each situation, because each problem is quite different from another problem.
Britain has come in for a lot of criticism at the United Nations, particularly by the Committee of 24, over its decolonization policies. Do you think this criticism is justified?
Oh no, not at all. I think no country in the world, none of the ex-colonial powers, has a better record of decolonization than we have. We have, after all, already granted independence to 31 separate countries. Swaziland, as you know, is the last of a long series.
Well, Mr. Thompson, I believe you were in Gibraltar recently. Did you see any sign that the Gibraltarians wanted to join up with Spain?
None at all, quite the reverse. I witnessed the most remarkable and moving demonstration that I've ever seen, and I've got some experience as a politician of demonstrations. Virtually the whole population of Gibraltar came spontaneously in the streets after I arrived there to tell me that they wished to stay with Britain. This is my complaint against the Committee of 24. They allow their anti-colonial emotions completely to cloud their reason in this matter, and of course have quite a double standard. That they support the right of people to free themselves from Britain if they wish to, as we do, but they deny the right of people to stay with Britain if they democratically want to do so. And I don't think there's any right at all, any doubt at all, that the people of Gibraltar want, in present circumstances, to stay with Britain.
Now, Mr. Thompson, your ministry, the Commonwealth Office, is being wound up. Now, does this mean an end to the special relationship between Britain and the Commonwealth?
Well, I'm the last British Commonwealth Secretary, but this doesn't mean in the least that the special relationship between Britain and the Commonwealth countries is in any way going to diminish. We've made it absolutely clear in our statements that the purpose of the merger is simply to give Britain a more efficient and more modern Department of External Affairs.
How do you see the Commonwealth developing in the future?
Well, I think it has an immense potential for good in international affairs. Nobody has ever believed that it was going to be an international bloc with a common foreign policy or defense policy or anything like that. But its unique feature is that it does contain a quarter of the human race, scattered over a quarter of the surface of the earth, and encompassing countries at all the different stages of economic development. Countries that are committed to the Western Alliance and countries that are uncommitted. Countries of all the different races and colors. Now, we can show through the Commonwealth that it's possible to have an interracial association, which there won't be agreement on everything, but in which there's reasonable harmony. And I think we can show the world the way to avoid one of its greatest dangers, and that is conflicts that are based on differences of color and differences of economic development.
Mr. Thompson, thank you very much.